sometimes, I hear sellers, they just like, they've heard it's not the right time to sell. Like, what would you say to that?
Yeah, it's really hard to time the market, right? So everybody's would love to wait for the perfect time, but no one knows for sure what's around the corner. All we know is what the market is today. So you can assume things will be better in the spring or the summer, but who knows? Um, the thing is, it could be an amazing time for a seller. It depends on your house. It's such a weird market right now because there's if someone asks you how's the market, there's no short answer. It's super dynamic. There's going to be some homes that are going to sell for 100,000 over, get 15 offers, and it's going to sell in 2 days. Many more houses, they'll sit there for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and they'll be lucky to get one offer that they're comfortable with. Which house do you own as a seller? Well, that's where we come in to try to help you. Um, Even if you have everything going for you, you still might have a challenging sale. I think right now to have it go out of the park and be a huge reaction on the market and get multiple offers and get a ton of money for it, it's got to be dialed in. And it's not just about beds and bath counts and about your location. I think for sellers right now, you got to put the work in, and you might need to put some money in too. You can't just have put a sign in the yard and take some nice pictures and have that be it. You're going to have to really spit shine that place. It's got to be, ideally, you're going to move out, you're going to stage it, you're going to clean it. It should be spotless and it should be beautiful. And so for sellers, I'm telling them that it's challenging, and here are the ways that you can try to get predictable results in an unpredictable market. Um, and if you can't move out first, that's okay. Not everybody can do that. But then we're going to really need to dial up our presentation and make sure that it's accessible. And of course, you got to have the price on the money. You don't want to chase the market and try to do price reductions. As a seller, you're going to control the price, the condition, and the access. And so if you can get your sellers to understand that and be flexible on all those three things, it's probably going to work out really well for them.
Okay. So when you're prepping a seller in their listing for the market and it's time to go, it's all just a matter of the prep work and timing that out right, getting the photos ready. Like, how do you insert yourself, Shane, as the respected advisor? Like, what do you bring to the table for your sellers that's unique?
Well, what I like to really do for my clients is to be a one-stop shop, to make it feel easy, to try to take as much of the burden off of them as I possibly can. I've worked with a lot of sellers who are remote, or they're very busy, or they travel a lot, and I love that. Just give me the keys and let me drive. You write the checks, I'll take care of the work. And that's worked out really well for some people, but some sellers are more hands-on, or they don't have the luxury of being away. Maybe they're currently living there. Um, that makes it a little bit more challenging. It's always about trying to understand what their needs are, what their limitations are, and try to work within that. There's so many variables with the process that I try to simplify it as best I can, with still giving them the understanding that there's a lot of different ways this can go. Here's, in a perfect world, the ideal scenario that I feel is going to get the best return and have the most minimal impact and inconvenience for you. And if that doesn't work for different reasons, then we start kind of working down from there and try to find them a plan that really works well. I think the biggest thing that I try to focus on with sellers is, okay, what's your plan? Where are you going to go? Like, if I sell this next week and you got to be out in 30 days, what's the plan? Try to put the sale aside for a second and think about where are you going to go? What do you really want to do? Do you even want to sell? Why? Like, what's the motivating factor? What's going on in your life that you want to cause so much upheaval to yourself? Because it will be inconvenient if you're still living there. So is it going to be worth it? And do we need to maybe work on what comes next before we start, hiring cleaners and moving furniture around?
Crunching on that timeline. I see. Okay. Well, you know, That's really good to be just a trusted advisor to people in the moment of need, and maybe even talk them back into living in their house in some cases. I'm kidding.
You never know. Everybody's unique. They've got
Yeah,
their own
right.
thing going, and
Yeah, the come to Jesus can be pretty important, especially, I mean, what I'm noticing is a lot of houses aren't selling for the price point that they are on the market for. So if that's the case, what are you going to do if it's 6 months later? It's kind of something to be prepared for.